What's going on, guys? JFC here. We have news on what's coming Friday. We've got the Showdown Series promo that we saw last year, actually. So the first time we're seeing this. That is going to be this weekend and like into basically this whole next week. So we'll take a look at some of the stuff there. Also, 84 times 5s were completed today. So we'll have that for this video. If you want to stick around for the end of it, we'll have like an 8111, a couple other packs in there too. If you guys don't want to deal with trading at all, you guys can go to the link in my description. Go to u7buy.com. They're a fast and very, very reliable coin service. The 5% tax is also covered. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Thank you to U7Buy for sponsoring the video. Now let's get back to it. Let's not gloss over what is probably the worst SBC that I can remember, honestly. This is up there with the Subitzers, the FIFA, was it 18 Futmas card? Oh God, what was it? Can somebody please remind me? Remember what I'm talking about? There's a few like maybe FIFA 20. There's a few like legendary expensive SBCs that were like horrible to do. This Rodrigo is absolutely one of them. He's an 83 and an 84 rated squad, which most times isn't that bad to do, but you gotta consider the fact that this card sucks. There's a few things to consider here. One, this card is ass. It's literally terrible. It's just like a gold starter squad card, right? That's all this card is. You can tell by the in-game stats, it's just not very good. Two, why is it an SBC in the first place? Why is it not in packs? I think they just gave it as an excuse to have like a day of content like completely figured out, if that makes sense. Like they just decided, oh, the content for tomorrow will be Rodrigo, because why not make him an SBC, I guess. And three, why is he so expensive? He's like 100K from scratch, and if not from scratch, you're looking at like, you know, probably 70K, something like that. That's insane. This card would discard on the market. If it was a special card, it'd be 10,000 coins. Number four, why is it Rodrigo? There were like 4 other players that deserved it over this Rodrigo card. Modric, Benzema, Vinicius, Camavinga, Courtois. I gotcha, didn't I? Yeah, I don't know. Rodrigo just, what is this? This is one of the worst SBCs we've ever seen, honestly. It's horrible. 83 times 10 refreshed. We'll have that for this video as well. I'll do the 83 rated squad. So I'll have 83 times 10, 84 times 5, and a couple other packs. So that's that for the content that we got. The content's just been shit, pretty much, because EA just are taking a break, I guess. I don't know if it's holiday now. They're taking their time off for holiday season or what. But I don't know. The content just is leading up to this Showdown Series promo is terrible. So here we go. Sheriff Sweep. Starting from this weekend, we will have daily Showdown SBCs. Should be like FIFA 22 with the Showdown Series promo. Who do you want to see? Last year we got like, I think it was Showdowns every single day, which Showdown SBCs are great. I think they're fantastic, honestly. I really do. They should put like Showdown SBCs of like random clubs that like nobody watches. Like pick the cards that have some decent nations so they're linkable at least. Like, there's definitely a way to do that. Like remember this Simon Banza card we had last year? Like random Liga NOS French player, but because he was French, he was able to be linked. He was a pretty good card. Like we want something like that to make people like actually want to like watch a random game in the Portuguese league. So that'd be pretty cool. And I think that the Showdowns in general are just fun SBCs. So I don't mind a full promo of that. If we get them every single day and there's other stuff to do in the meantime, you know, if it's just that every single day, it's gonna be dead pretty quickly. But if they have some other stuff in there, it could be cool. It could be cool. Here is a new loading screen. It just says Showdown Series. There's not much to talk about there. So yeah, this is coming out. We got a new team of the week also. No Mbappe in it because I guess why would they add Mbappe? Especially during a week with like not a promo going on. Why would you not want to put Mbappe in there? I don't know. But they decided not to. Bruno Fernandes, De Bruyne. The featured ones are, where's Sagankov? So Sagankov got it. And his card doesn't look great, so it's kind of disappointing that the featured one isn't, you know, great. So Team of the Week just doesn't look very good. It just doesn't. Probably one of the worst ones we've had in a while, apart from Kevin De Bruyne, of course. So we saw some results come through today. We had some insane RTTF moves, Calvin Phillips being one of them. Phillips was just, in my opinion, never a good investment. Don't get me wrong, he still could go like much higher if they were to win the next game. Like if they win next game, he can go to like 750, 800, right? He could still do that. But if they didn't win that first game like they didn't, and there's a potential that they could even go out of the tournament. I mean, this card on the market right here, if it came out, it would be, I mean, maybe a few 100K. Would it be that price? I don't know. The fact that he's this inflated is worrisome. That's why it's tough for me to say hold on to Calvin Phillips, because if Man City don't beat Leipzig in 2 or 3 weeks, this card is going to be half in price in no time. This is just why I didn't like Phillips, unless you could have been a genius, right? If City won 3-0 or whatever, you know, Phillips probably would have went up in price. It would have been an 850 right now or 900K. But they were already favorites, so that's already like counted into the price. It's kind of what we saw with Nicola Barella as well, because he was already like Inter were a decent sized favorite against Porto. It's not the same gap as say a City or Leipzig, but they were the favorite, and they won 1-0. So he's 388. He was like 400K-ish when the game was going on. And right after the game also. And before the game, he was like above 400K. So he's actually not even up at all. In fact, he's down. But he will get an upgrade. So that is the nice thing about this. I still think Barella is a fine hold. Because I think if you think they'll beat Porto, this card should do really well in price. Because there's a chance that they get like an easy quarterfinal matchup. That Barella's card could be like literally insane if they win another game. So I'll make it through again. I think it's worth holding on to him. Obviously, we sell in the hype, right? We for sure sell in the hype, but at the same time, I think Barella's a much better... It was always a better move than Calvin Phillips was. Raspadori is going down right now. This is just kind of to emphasize when the next week's games come. Same with like, this was when Europa League cards, you know, have their games next week. This goes with them too. Odds are right after they win, they are hyped up, and that's the most expensive that they'll be. Remember, Raspadori was 260s, 228 now. That's because the hype isn't there. They don't play within a couple weeks. They'll go back up eventually, but you always want to sell in that initial hype, and that is when you want to sell. Say, Martial if they won, Ferran Torres if they won. Same thing with them. It's like, you know, an hour or two after the game ends when you really want to be out of the cards. Forsberg right now is 18,000. He was actually higher than this. I think before the game, wasn't he? Yeah, he was like in the low 20s. If Leipzig were to win, I don't know if this card's going up because, you know, an 87 rated Forsberg, he is 4-4. I don't know if he's going up. He'll go up in price a little, but is it worth, you know, holding on to him for very long? I don't know. This one isn't quite as great. Even if they were to win, I don't love it as much. Unless you think they're going to go all the way to the semifinal, then sure, it'd be a great investment. But yeah, other than that, the market, it continues to just do what it's been doing, and it's slowly rise up or stay the same. 83s are 3,000 coins. 82s are 1.5. The low end fodder is just going crazy because of all of the packs being out, right? The 83 times 10, plus like the Osimhen player of the month and Ben Yedder player of the month has an 83 rated squad in it. There's so many like SBCs that are out right now that just have low rated squads in them that are making these cards fly. Diaby as well. Diaby, Spinazzola, all of these. 83 times 10 repeatable every single day. All of these have low rated requirements. Now, before we open the packs, there is something to talk about though in terms of the long-term outlook for the market right now. We could have a decent indication of what could possibly be coming in terms of coin injection, in terms of EA's like kind of like wants for the market right now. And we obviously know when there's no promo, the market does well, right? That they know that happens. However, there are showdown SBCs every single day. If they're decent, we could see a bit of a sell-off in certain areas of the market, not necessarily as a whole, probably. But EA do know that in general, the market does well when there's no promo, right? Is EA knowing this? This could be the peak of the market in terms of coin injection. The total peak of the market during this promo in terms of like the foreseeable future. I know it's crazy to think that the market could drop because the market has not dropped really since pre-team of the year. We're talking like a full month since the market's gone down. I have Captivia up right now because as you can see, this is just a pretty good trend of what the market's been post-team of the year. I mean, you look at all of February here. When he got to 670, I was like, Jesus Christ, man. I don't think this guy's can he go any higher? And it's just only gone higher. He's up to 870 as a left back. This just goes to show the coin injection that we have been seeing on the market. What's the limit? There has to be a ceiling. The ceiling eventually does get hit. And the beautiful part about having a market this high is that when that ceiling is hit, you are going to have so many coins in your account when the market drops. And if the market drops, you're be looking really pretty. Oh, well, you sell Captivia for 880,000 coins, and in a couple weeks after that market goes down, he's 550 or even less than that. That's a huge difference. So we will obviously look at this more as more information comes, but just to keep you guys updated for the long-term outlook, the possibility that during the showdown week is going to be one of the peaks on FIFA for the rest of the year. Because post-team of the year in previous years, we would have the next kind of week be extremely high, and then it would crash down from there. We have only seen the market go higher and higher, and it's never come down from post-team of the year, which is something that we've never seen in FIFA before, and it eventually does have to happen. So we'll talk about, you know, what information EA give us in terms of store packs and SBCs, usually a good indicator of what they're thinking about what they want to do with the market, right? So we'll just go from there, and let's open these packs. All right, let's start with the 8111, because I can like put the players from this into the 8310. RTTF. Oh no. 8111 suck. This is like the first year where we get them consistently. Never mind. 97 pace. Holy. Imagine this card in FIFA 15. Oh my god, he'd be insane. I mean, to be fair, this pack's like worth like 500k considering the price of 82s. So nice job. Okay, 584 first, 1083. Let's do the 584. Then I hopefully not get any dupes. That would be nice. Can we get a special card though? We can get a team of the week, I guess. There's nothing good in team of the week. Ukraine, it is Sagankov, so that's something. 87 inform, I guess you can't complain too much about. What else can we get in here? 87 Mainan. It's not the best, but it's not the worst ever. 1083s. Come on, Goretzka, second time. Let's go. It's gold. I love y'all. I'll see you next video very soon. Peace.